Hey guys, it's the Editor. I'm coming at you guys with a still working money and gold glitch in the game of Red Dead
Either
Online.
subscribe, donate,
Now,
or
if you
get
guys
the
aren't
fuck
aware,
out.
tomorrow is Tuesday. I doubt this will be patched tomorrow, but Tuesdays are patch days. Not necessarily patch days, but they like update little tunable things, which is like different sales and different limited clothing and stuff like that. So there is a very small chance that this could get patched tomorrow. Who knows? But I'm just going to post it anyway. I doubt it will, like I said, but you never know. But pretty much for this, I've posted this in the past a couple times, but I'm going to talk about a slightly different method, or I'm going to highlight it more. I did talk about it in my previous videos on this, but I'm going to highlight it a little bit more because there is a lot of ways that this can mess up, and there's this like 3-day cooldown that you can get. But me, I was able to not really have to deal with too many problems. And I'm just going to show you guys pretty much what to do. So how we're going to be going about this is your first step. What you're going to be doing is you're going to set your camp around this circle that I'm drawing on the map right here. You're going to set your camp somewhere around there in the Heartlands, because that's where most of the treasure map encounters spawn. And pretty much what you're going to be doing is abusing those spawn locations to grab treasure maps over and over again. Basically, that's what you're going to be doing. Now, if you're full on treasure maps, obviously this won't work because you won't be able to have any more spawn in if you're full on them. But if you're not full on them, then you can keep grabbing more of them. So I'm going to go ahead and get into it. So pretty much, like I said, set your camp somewhere in that vicinity. My camp spot is a really good one. It's like right near the river. I don't know what that river's called. I can't think of it. But pretty much right there, I'm walking distance from a treasure map on a tree, and we're going to get into that, and I'm going to show you where that treasure map is. I'm going to show you where all the treasure maps are. I should have showed up the screenshot earlier. I think I will in the editing, but I'm going to put it up again. That's where all the treasure maps on trees and treasure hunters will spawn at, in that general area like I was drawing on the map. Also, something very important is you either want to be in a lobby that is a solo lobby where there's nobody else in there with you, or you want to be in one that is as least populated as possible. Now, there is a way to get a solo lobby that you don't need, like that there's nobody that's going to be in there with you, and that works on PS4. Unfortunately, you guys, on Xbox, I'm not 100% sure how you can get a solo lobby in Red Dead. You can look it up. On PC, there's a mod that gives you a solo lobby. It's not going to get you banned or anything. The mod is literally, all it does is get rid of the starting cutscene where like it shows the shotgun shooting the Rockstar logo. It just gets rid of that, and for some reason it puts you in either a solo lobby or a lobby with you and like 3 other people. And you can look that up as well. I'm going to throw a link down in the description, hopefully I do remember, of this video right here where I do explain to you how to get a solo lobby on PS4. After that, after you have your camp spot somewhere in the Heartlands and you have a solo lobby or a lobby that's as least populated as possible, what I recommend you guys to do now, after you just have that set up, is close your application first. Before you close it though, make sure your camp spot is saved. So I would chill at your camp spot for about 5 to 10 minutes, make sure it's not going to go anywhere and it's not going to change. After that, you're just going to close your application, go to settings, and then go to date and time, and you're going to change the date and time. You're just going to change the month. You're just going to change the month by 1. Now, you could change it from 6 to 5 or from 6 to 7. You just want to change it by 1. After you change it, then you're going to save your stuff there, and what you're going to do on Xbox is you're going to do this screenshot right here. This should work for you guys on Xbox. Just do this right here. I'm throwing up a comment from Heldorado that he left on my video. Do that right there if you're on Xbox. Now, on PS4, you would do what I just said. And then after that, you're pretty much just going to load into the game after you have either changed your date and time or did that save data thing on Xbox. Now, what's very important is that you load in via the camp option once you load the game back up. And you're going to load in via the camp option. You should spawn at your camp that you left there before, and you want to be in a lobby that has like nobody in it. And then after that, then you're going to start looking for these treasure maps. Now for me, luckily there's one running distance from my camp that I don't even need to get my horse. But for some of you guys out there, you might have to look for one. And if none of them spawn, try that date and time thing again. And also, if you run into a random event that is not a treasure hunter on a tree, or a treasure map on a tree rather, or a treasure hunter, close your app and do that date and time thing again. Just if you get anything that's not a treasure hunter or a treasure map on a tree, do that date and time thing and load back in and try again. And eventually you should get this down to where you're getting it every time. If you do find yourself a treasure map on a tree like I did right here, you're just going to grab that treasure map. Now if you want to be extremely safe and extremely careful and try to make this as consistent as humanly possible, disconnect from your internet after you grab that treasure map. This isn't required, by the way, so if you don't want to bother with that, then don't worry about it. But after you disconnect or after you grab your treasure map, you're going to close your application, and then you're going to go back to date and time, or do this on Xbox, this screenshot. You can pause the video and read that. But on PS4, you would go to your date and time in the settings, change that manually, and change that back from, if you changed it from 6 to 7, then change it back to 6, and if you put it to 5, then you would do vice versa. You would just put it back to 6. And then you're going to load back into the game, and after you do load back into the game, you want to click the camp option again. It's very important. And then you want to make your way to that same exact treasure map that you got earlier. Like for me, it's the one that's across the river here. And I go back over there. It takes it a second to spawn in, but there it is. Boom. And you can just run that back to back. It's extremely simple. It might take you a little while to set it up, but once you got this going, then you're pretty much good to go. You can just keep doing it. Bang, 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 bang it out. And every time that you do it on PS4, you're just going to be changing that date and time from 6 to 7, and then back to 7 from 6. And that's pretty much all there is to it. Yeah, I just wanted to post this, though, because every video that I've posted on this in the past has done extremely well, and I hope this one does well as well. And if it does do well and you have made it to this point, then please drop me a like or a dislike, because that will really help out the channel a lot. And comment something, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to see more stuff in the future. And also, I'm going to give a quick plug to my community channel that me and my friends Andy and Paco are going to be posting on. Paco and Andy have already been posting on it. It's called Bread Gang. That used to be my old channel way back in the day. It was just named The Bedditor Editor like this one is, but it got hacked a long time ago. It's a long story. But I will put a link to that channel in the description as well. What I want you guys to do is, you don't have to subscribe. Just if you want to, you can go over there and subscribe. But what I want you guys to do, though, if you do feel like checking that channel out, just go watch their videos, give it a view, give it a like, give it a dislike, even comment on it, whatever. Just give it some interaction. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
So right here you can see me putting the mower up on the trailer. Here a bunch of cracking, nothing is broke, I promise. Same thing, we're gonna do a little time lapse right here. It's a pretty small front lawn. There's on that left side it goes a little further, and on the right side it is also a little further. Really the big thing here for this lawn is the weeding in the backyard. You'll see further on in the video how much there is to do, and even still I edit about 5 minutes out. Here we go, me trying to get this thing to work. Your equipment won't always cooperate with you. So we're gonna go through, clean up all the edges right here in the front yard. I have this sped up, this isn't real time. Making sure I'm getting all the edges, all the high spots. This is a Bermuda lawn, so cutting it a little lower. I go through all sides of the house, make sure everything is good. Now, one of the things to be aware of when you're doing lawns and calculating pricing and everything like that is you should calculate how far you're having to drive.
LBB, you done did 'em dirty, fool.